Hello, and welcome to a reading of The Greatest Battles in History, an encyclopedia of classic warfare from Megiddo to Waterloo. Let us begin with the introduction. A book on classic warfare raises the question, why end it at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815? It's true that a soldier fighting in that battle would have felt just as familiar with the weaponry in use half a century later, for it was really in the quarter of a century before World War I that weapons and armor changed most rapidly. Belt-fed machine guns, steam-powered gunships, tanks deployed en masse, these were among the features of late 19th century and early 20th century warfare that would have rendered it so different to combatants in the Napoleonic age. Still, a cutoff has to be made somewhere, and without pressing the point too forcefully, the idea of the classic set-piece battle, of men drawn up in carefully ordered formations, of light and heavy cavalry divisions, and clear distinctions between infantrymen and musketeers, truly belongs to that earlier era. In 1815, it was still possible to enter the fray, expecting the bulk of the fighting to be done by mounted horsemen and infantry, with artillery, though vital and highly specialized, playing a supporting role. By the mid-19th century, the rifle had replaced the musket, firearms were issued to the entire infantry, and open order formations were common. Warfare was increasingly technological, even if, contrary to popular perception, the mounted horsemen of the Light Brigade did still achieve their objectives at Balaclava in 1854, despite riding into the teeth of withering gunfire. This book begins with Megiddo, one of the first battles to be properly recorded, with its thundering chariots, used by archers as mobile firing platforms. At Marathon, it was the spear-bearing hoplites who held sway. These massed ranks of disciplined foot soldiers formed the bedrock of the armies of the Greek city-states for years. The age of the great cavalry charge belonged to later times. It was the lightly armored horsemen from the east, notably the Huns, who taught many bitter lessons to Western soldiers. Astride quick, agile horses, they also had the advantage of stirrups. Subsequently, the social cachet of the heavily armored galloping knight would remain a glamorous figure in the West long after having been proven ponderously ineffective on many occasions during the Crusades. The book also features some of the great sea battles, from Salamis to Gravelines to Trafalgar, and some of the curiosities too. The early cannon lugged around the boggy fields of northern France by the English and used, to no great effect, at Crécy. The turtle ship, with its smoking dragon's head, deployed by the Koreans at Saccheon. The elephants of countless armies, including those of Darius and Hannibal deployed at Gaugamela and Trebia respectively. The Dzungarian camel wall at Ulaanbaatar. And the remarkable Venetian hybrid ships, the galleasses of Lepanto. Thank you, dear viewers, for joining me on this episode's reading of The Greatest Battles in History. Farewell until next time.